on Facebook. It is 4:23 on the morning of June the 18th, 2014. With all of my heart, I wish I could do these videos in a dark room, because I'm pretty sure that even though I have no plans of ever getting married again, these videos will guarantee that I will never ever again have another date. But that's not the point. The point is, we're here to talk about living with and surviving with RSD, CRPS. Insomnia seems to be one of the side effects of the disease. I am fortunate enough to be provided medication to help me sleep, but after all of these years of taking it and very, very slowly upping my dosage as per my doctor's recommendations, it doesn't have the same effect anymore. And whereas 1/4 of the drug would get me to sleep, and then 3/4 of the drug would put me to sleep, now an entire pill puts me to sleep, and it only puts me to sleep for a few hours. I think I told you guys last time about the new doctor in Hammond, Louisiana. That's a 2-hour drive from here. We are seeing him after I left my doctor of 8 years here in Lafayette, Louisiana. And by the way, just in case I forgot to mention it last time, that is one of the 7 deadly sins of pain management. Once you get a pain management doctor, conventional wisdom says that you were never, ever, ever supposed to leave, no matter what. I am here to tell you that if you are receiving subpar care, if you are being made to feel like a criminal, if you are made to feel like a junkie, if you are being mistreated, well, all of that is par for the course at a pain management clinic. It took me 8 years to get to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. And in a burst of anger and extreme pain, I blew up. And I said things that I should not have said. And I had an argument with someone I should not have had an argument with. And that's what led me to ask to be released. Even though I asked to be released from my contract, they still put a letter in my file saying that I had been thrown out of the program for non-compliance. This is the way pain management businesses work. And don't be confused. They are a business, like a bank or a church or the grocery store. They are a business. They are there to make money. They are under extreme federal controls, so they tiptoe around, and they're only going to help you as much as the federal government says that they can. Most times they don't know your name unless they look at your chart. Having said that, please understand that this is just my opinion because of what I've been through. It certainly does not affect reflect the opinions of YouTube, Google, or any of its entities. It is strictly my opinion. While I was with my pain management doctor of 8 years, I want you to know that the doctor was the sweetest, kindest, most professional, loving, caring human being I had ever met. He was never the problem. It was the gauntlet that you had to run of his staff to get to him that was the problem. And I'm quite sure that he knows what the situation is that he has put into place to keep patients from coming to him directly. Okay, I'm done with that. Just a little warning from your Auntie Robin. I had my last appointment at the new doctor last week, and it was a disappointment to say the least. My first appointment, I actually got to see my doctor, who is precious and understanding and empathetic and handsome and did I mention good looking? Because when you get to be my age, that counts for something. He was a living doll, and he told me out of his own mouth that I was going to remain his patient forever, and I didn't have anything else to be worried about. And I walked out of his office feeling like the weight of the world had been lifted off of my shoulders. That at last I had found someone who would help me find the answers that I needed to start living my life again. I didn't even freak out when he told me that starting that day, he needed me to start cutting my painkiller in half. Boys and girls and campers, it was not a pleasant week. When you are accustomed to taking a double dose of oxycodone, which has the same chemical makeup as heroin, 4 times a day, 60 milligrams at a time, to let that go, even to let half of that go, is to set your insides on fire. And it is to have every cell in your body screaming out in pain and screaming out for the drug. It is one of the most difficult physical things I have ever been through in my life. With some help from some friends, a whole lot of prayer, particularly to St. Jude, patron saint of lost causes, and some more prayer. I got through it. I got through it with my friends' arms around me, figuratively, because God knows they couldn't touch me. I got through it by staying in my room a lot and just not moving. I called the doctor's office and I told them that I was having a really hard time getting any relief from the Opana that they sent home with me the first day. After about 4 tries, I got a very nice lady back on the phone who asked me could I come in. Now it's a 2-hour drive over there, but I was desperate. My brother was desperate for me. So off we drove into the wild blue yonder to make an 8 a.m. appointment with my doctor. And God bless them, they took me right away. They saw that my blood pressure was extremely low, that I was lethargic, that I wasn't really functioning. Only this time I didn't get to see my doctor. I got to see a lady that I can only assume is my doctor's PA. Her bedside manner leaves a lot to be desired, in my humble opinion. She told me that if the pain pump did not work for me, then Dr. Domain would be throwing me out of the program because he would no longer prescribe the medicine for me that I needed. Well, that's the first time I had heard that. And needless to say, I was brought to tears. She wrote me a prescription for Oxycontin, a 12-hour release, slow release version. I brought it to my drugstore and they couldn't get it for a week. So I was able to pick it up day before yesterday, which would have been Tuesday, and I started it that afternoon. And I am doing better with it. I even called the office to say thank you. I told them that I didn't feel like I was dying anymore. And that's a big deal when you're suffering with a chronic disease. When you wake up every morning and the only thing you can think about is, oh dear God, I'm still alive. It works against you. It works against everything you try to accomplish that day. And it's not a very good way to live either. So the medicine is helping. I'm still waking up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning with the pain. The pain is what's waking me up. And I stand it as long as I can. But this morning at 4 o'clock or just after 4 o'clock, I was forced to take both painkillers because I couldn't take it anymore. I physically could not take it. The shakes had started and the spasms had started and the nausea had started, and there was nothing I could do except take the medicine and lay still and get on here with you guys until I was calm enough to get it all under control. I want you to know that every RSD victim never really makes it to the stage that I am in. I am told it is much more common for patients to go into remission before they hit stage 4. The last time I saw my neurologist, he told me that I was a stage 4 and that it was very rare to get to that point. But here I am. The object of these videos is not to frighten you. It is not to lose hope. It is to inform you and let you see that there is a life after your diagnosis. There is a way to keep on living with this disease and to keep your head up and to utilize all of the medical technology that is around now and that is coming down the pipe our way to make the quality of our lives better. You're not alone. You can always reach out to me or one of the million other sufferers of RSD through a website called RSDHope.org. They are a gold mine of information both for you and for your family or loved ones, because this is a disease that's very difficult for your family and friends to understand. If you get a chance, go take a look at it. I'm going to try very hard to edit this video and put the name of the website here at the bottom. Something new that I'm learning. In the meantime, I hope you have a pain-free day. You're always welcome to leave a comment. I will moderate the comments because the last thing I need is a inbox full of nasty, mean, ugly comments, when what we're trying to do here is give people hope and make them understand that there is life after RSD CRPS. It's 20 minutes till 5 Central Standard Time in the morning. If you're a praying person, if you would say a little prayer for me to be pain-free enough to go back to sleep, I would really appreciate that. And I am a praying person, and I remember all of you in my prayers daily. Thank you and have a good day.